Hi, um, I would like to give another update about how I'm going to develop an algorithm or a threshold that uh, kind of give me a notification if and decide if I am creating too much noise by like jumping on the ground or if I'm creating too much vibration. So what you are seeing here is my Jupyter notebook running actually on the Jetson Nano there, uh, Jetson Nano there, and this is the same setup: Jetson Nano, Nucleo board, and the sensor. So you see the sensor here under this one. Uh, yeah, and you are seeing my webcam with a bit of transparency, opacity. Yeah, so I'm going to do a single measurement to show you what's happening here. So what I believe here, the measurements that I have is a kind of, it has two nature. One is basically because of the mounting system that I have. So the mount and the weight, and because the sensor is not directly attached or glued to the ground, it has a bunch of vibration that is not we are not interested in. So for example, so if you see this measurements, I'm just going to just show you that the sensor can move without like the ground is moving, because it's not attaching to it, and it has a certain frequency. So I am just touching the sensor and it's just creating a noise. And yeah, and let's study this signal. So I have another, this measurement is saved as a NumPy array in a file here in this live demo.npy. So let's load it and just plot it. So I have a bunch of measurements now. So if I zoom in here and just like calculate FFT on one of these sections. So I want to calculate FFT from here, from this point of a signal, which is index 14356, 14356 to maybe 15500. And okay, and when you see it, I have very high 50 values in frequencies lower than 29, 30, 40. So we are not interested in this section. Let's do another measurement. I'm just going to, let me decrease the opacity of the webcam. I'm going to do another measurement. And I'm just doing just like hitting the ground. Yeah. So let's start logging. Come on, let's start logging. Just doing here. And I'm just coming back and stop the logging. So let's go back to our this notebook for analyzing the signal. Okay, let's load this, then plot this. So let's say I am interested in this section. Okay, this frequency seems to be something that it's going to be helpful. So let's like do a measurement from this 4693 to maybe 4890 FFT. Okay, so you see we have the same trend at the beginning with a large peak at the frequency lower than 3060, and then we have a bunch of high values here. So basically what I see here is just like I have vibration on frequencies between maybe 70, 50 to 100 something. So this is a good point. So what I will do here is just like, I would say I'm calculating FFT, and then if I get the value of a FFT, or basically this FFT is also is the absolute value, it's not in decibel or something. If I get the value of FFT like above 10, 5 or something, between here, between 7, between maybe the frequencies between 65 to 150, then that means we are creating too much vibration. So let me show you. I have just created another Jupyter notebook for doing that. So basically just like, let's do logging. This is basically showing on the top the signals, the raw signal, it's in 16-bit value, and here is showing the FFT value of the 250 measurement at the end. So it's kind of like I have it 1 kilohertz sampling frequency, so it's gonna be like a quarter of a second. So let's do it. So if I pass that measurement, so here I said that for the frequencies between 75 and 150, if the value of any frequency, FFT of any frequency is above 6, write me kind of a message here. So you will see that I hope that if I just go and walk around the sensor, nothing should happen, and as soon as I hit the ground like strongly or something, you would see some messages. So let's see. Just walking here, it looks good. As soon as I do this, I get bunch of messages. Or jumping, I get bunch of messages. So yeah, it's a kind of doing its job. So yeah, the next step would be just doing the same algorithm in the Nucleo board, because I am running this stuff in Python on the Jetson Nano because it's easier, and also I can record the data and analyze it later. But if I have the thresholds and this sort of stuff, I can just code it in C on the Nucleo board, and then instead of like printing a message, I can send a notification via Bluetooth to maybe a script running on Python on the desktop, and then send my cell phone or something via a Telegram bot or something, a notification. Yeah, I think that's it for now. See you in next blogs. Thank you. Bye.